Scorpio, you are sexy because you a little unhinged, okay? This is the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, that's all about your emotions, okay? Being, balanced and control of yourself. Just having that emotional intelligence even. But you a little unhinged, Scorpio, and that's what makes you sexy, okay? Maybe your emotions are always all over the place. You could, and then with the 7 of Wands following, you could actually act out on your emotions at times, okay? You let your emotions take over you, get the best of you, and to the point where you react. But that's what makes you sexy, okay? So it's like how you're in your emotions, or how you let your emotions, you're a little emotional, a little overly emotional, okay, to where you lose that practicality, or you lose sight of like reality, and you literally start reacting off of that emotion, something like that. But that's what makes you sexy. So you could be real feisty, you could be a little I'm just getting unhinged, but it's sexy. Let's just say you could be a little crazy. That's what I'm picking up on. You could be a little crazy, but it's a sexy crazy. You could also be a little dominant, okay, a little controlling even, but something about that is sexy. Some of you guys could be a little defensive as well too, and that's what makes you sexy, okay? You could be a little rough around the edges even, is what I got, Scorpio, okay? That's what makes you sexy. But I'm getting like, it's sexy that you're kind of defensive or guarded, because people be trying to get in, but you won't let them in, okay? Like, people be trying to, connect with you on a deep level. You're not about to just open up to them, or, and just be getting all deep and stuff, okay? That's what I'm getting. And that's what makes you sexy. Like, the fact that people can't just know you the way they want to know you, or go in depth with you in some type of way. And Scorpios are mysterious, so it could just be that simple mysteriousness that comes off sexy, that people don't know much about you, or they can't know much about you. You also know how to get through any and every heartbreak or pain or loss you've been through. Whatever, has hurt you on a mental, emotional level, okay? You know how to get through it, though. You don't let it stop nothing. I just got like one monkey don't stop the show. You're not letting no cheating or a heartbreak or somebody wanting to be a cheater, a liar, a thief affect you. You keeping it pushing. And that's what I'm picking up on. Like, you're not letting how somebody even feel about you or her, but you're not letting nothing or no one get the best of you. You gonna keep it pushing. Again, one monkey don't stop the show, and that's what I'm getting with it. So some people would say like you carry heartbreak well, and that's what makes you sexy. You carry pain well in general. You could also be an alchemist. You know how to alchemize negative energy and things that are sent to you. Okay, you know how to alchemize that energy. You know how to turn pain into power, and that's what makes you sexy. Some of y'all got like an anxious nature, or you're very like you're always kind of stressing. You could be the type to like tap your leg a lot, you twitch a lot, you have an anxious nature to you, always kind of worked up. But something about that is what's sexy, okay? Maybe that's what I'm getting to. You could come off as like a damsel in distress, okay? And that's what makes you sexy. People feel like they have to save the day, be Captain Save-A-Ho, be the damn superhero in your life, because but it's like that's what makes you sexy. Because you could even be acting like a damsel in distress. Don't mean you a damsel in distress, right? So it's just something about you having this damsel distress nature, though, is what makes you sexy. You look like you always are in need of something. So I'm sure you attract those providers and people that want you to depend on them often, which can end up bad. But yeah, you could attract those type because you're like a damsel in distress, but it's sexy. It's like people want to. It's the fact that like people want to help this damsel in distress. They want to provide, want to, and even if this is just something like your mental or your emotional, but whatever it is, somebody wants to be there to help you and heal you, and that's what makes you sexy because you're this damsel in distress. I hope that makes sense, y'all, but that's what I'm kidding. But I really don't feel like that has to be in terms of like love. That's just in general because you don't be tripping about all that mushy, emotional, sensitive shit for real. You a little rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't into all that. Okay, so some of y'all could be fake gangster because the way I'm like putting this message together and talking, y'all could act like a little gangster, okay? Whether man or woman here, but you can act like a little gangster, and that's what's sexy about you. But yeah, I do feel like that could just be pertaining to anything. Just because this three of swords with a heart, this could just be your love, your relationships in general. But I'm saying this doesn't have to be like you being a dancer in distress to even like a love partner. You could just literally always come off like this to even people out in the street, whoever, and it's like it's sexy though. It makes people want to help you or be there for you in some type of way. That's what it is that's making you sexy. The way the people also want to be there for you to help you heal or find a solution or a problem for you or solve a problem for you, okay? Something like that. Why is Scorpio so sexy? You could low-key be a heartbreaker, Scorpio. Not gonna lie. You could be a heartbreaker, okay? Because I'm picking it up with this starting off with the King of Cups in reverse. Like, it's just funny the way they land here. The Seven of Wands next to this. So it's just like, I don't got time for all that. So, yeah, you could really be a heartbreaker, okay? People could like fall in love with you, but you end up breaking their hearts, okay? And you be having them in this energy. You be having them in this energy, okay? Yeah, I just got like a depressing, sad energy, and that was not my energy when we just started. So you definitely a heartbreaker, Scorpio. You're a little heartbreaker, and that's what makes you sexy. You out here breaking hearts. You got people up in their fields and all type of stuff. And we don't want to condone this, it's not cool if you intentionally do it. If you didn't intentionally do anything, it don't matter. That's somebody else's issue they have to work through. You just hope they get the help they need. But I don't get this intentional, but I'm saying you even be having people to the point they depressed. You put people in depression. You almost like have people in a depression mode by the way, you break their heart, or however you broke people's heart, but you break hearts and you have them in a literal depression mode, like where they sit in a room and it's dark and they just sitting down in a room by themselves and they're always just in their head, like how she's in her head, stressed out, okay, depressed, maybe can't get out of bed, whatever. They be in this energy though in some type of way. And that's what makes you sexy though. Like I said, you shatter people's world. Like once you break people's heart, you shatter their world. Their whole world is upside down. This is what makes you sexy though. Like you have the ability to really rock somebody's world. But more so like the suitors and the people that the people that are after you have the ability to shatter their world. Like it's like because you have their heart in your hands, okay? Like you're able to really change people's lives with your love even, and that's what makes you sexy. But I'm just getting like when you really let somebody go, or you say you're done, you stop messing with somebody, you shatter their world, you turn their world upside down. I'm even getting like you change them though in ways where they end up healing for the better though, and that's what makes you sexy. So you out here changing lives as well too. You're causing like spiritual awakenings in others so they can heal, and that's what makes you sexy. Basically the people that do come in your life, And you know, when their time is up though, or you choose to cut them off, if you choose to cut somebody off, just know, or like again, it could be your love, your genuine love you have for people, or again, it's when you cut somebody off, or you know, you really tell somebody their time is up. Regardless though, you can shatter worlds, lives, okay? And that's ultimately what makes you sexy, okay? You have, it's nothing new though. Scorpio is like death, change, rebirth, right? So this is literally what you do to people's lives. You cause them to even wake up, okay? You cause people to like wake up and recognize that they have a lot of healing to do, or that they need to heal, that they need to maybe feel their emotions, or find out who they are, anything. But you provoke something like this though in people's lives, and that's why you're sexy. You like shatter people's lives in a way that awakens them. So it's not always like it's always bad, good and bad from this though. It's sexy that you can, you know, the fact that you can do something that's powerful, to be able to shake somebody's world up like that. And I'm getting like also your love, okay? However you love, the intimacy part, the verbal part, the gift giving part, all the love languages and the way you love, whatever, be rocking people world too is what I'm getting. Like your love be rocking people's worlds, okay? And this is what makes you sexy. Ooh, I'm loving y'all read. Okay, so yeah. But I'm also getting like you really cause people to change and wake up and really I'm even getting like you cause people to wake up to their own emotions and feelings and things. Like some people, you got some people who are cold-hearted. They fake don't fall in love with people. They fake don't have no emotion. They heartless, so-called, right? That's why I'm saying fake, right? We being sarcastic. Because when they meet you, the game change. They wake up to them emotions though. Once they meet you, all that go out the window. They all of a sudden like realize like they got emotions and feelings. They got a heart. They in tune. Like you cause people to even wake up emotionally, make them feel their emotions. You know, this is somebody falling in love with you, realizing that they fell in love with you because of how shattered, you know, their life is or something. But it's simple as you make people wake up in some type of way though, okay? And that's what's sexy. You also have the ability to heal broken homes, or shattered things that have like been broken, or things that have fallen apart, foundations, relationships. You could literally be a healer, Scorpio, and that's why you're sexy. Because I'm getting like you could even heal things that seem impossible, you know, things that like are, you know, literally shattering, falling down, caving in. You have ability to heal whatever is like falling apart or shattering or not working out. Just know you literally have the ability to change lives, shake up lives, okay? I mean, whatever this gives to you, you're able to cause that reaction, and that's powerful as fuck, okay? People even deem you as powerful, and that's what makes you sexy, okay? You're powerful in some type of way, and there's many ways you can be powerful, right? Scorpio, sexy. It's because you have like this familiarity to you, okay? People feel comforting in your presence. They feel comfort. They feel comfortable, okay? It's like you have a familiar vibe to you. Like maybe you always remind somebody of somebody, but more so of somebody who made someone feel very comfortable, okay? So you remind people maybe of their certain family members or friends, but you bring some type of familiarity, some type of comfort to people, or you're like comfortable to be around. Something like that is why you're sexy. Since this is like memories too, I'm getting like you could be like unforgettable. You could be very unforgettable. People feel like you're an experience, okay? So like you show people a good time, or you show people some memorable, unforgettable experiences, or they have that with you, and that's why you're sexy. It's the fact like people can't get over you, they can't forget you, and you create or you bring on some memorable experiences or vibes. Some of you guys, you have kids, okay, but you're more so a good parent, okay? You take care of your kids. Maybe you're able to really provide for them and not only give them their wants, but not only give them their needs, but their wants too. It's just the fact that you're a present parent. You're also not just a parent, you're present. You show up in their life, and that's what makes you very sexy. People see how you like are as a mother, as a parent, and it's very sexy. Yeah, you can know how to make a house a home. I'm just really getting like you make people feel comfortable. Your presence is comfortable to be in. You bring some type of familiarity or comfort, and that is what makes you sexy. You guys could be very wealthy. You could have a lot of money. Some of y'all could be a little snooty, okay? Snooty acting, bougie, or acting like, even like I'm getting even from this guy is King of Pentacles, even acting like a little bit like you're too good for certain people, places, and things. Okay, so I am getting like a bougie energy, and that's what makes you sexy though. Some of y'all have like certain piercings, and that's what makes you sexy, okay? Whether it's like nose, nipple, belly button, you have piercings, but I'm getting the ones that actually stand out, and that's what makes you sexy. Like people could see them, you know, it's very sexy. Some of y'all, because I just got that right, some of y'all act like y'all don't have time for, because I'm getting like, some of you act like y'all don't have time for people, or you don't have time to come around. Maybe because you focused on a bag, but simply because you have this energy where you may not, but you have this energy where you don't have time for certain people, places, and things either. That's what I'm getting. Like you act like your time is running short, you're timeless. Like I'm really just getting, I don't got no time for that. So you may just not have time for certain people. I'm getting like maybe when it comes to dates too, you don't be giving niggas the time of day for real. But it's something about you not giving people your time, or it's hard to get your time. And that's what makes you sexy. Maybe you're not easily available, accessible, something like that. Some of y'all could have your own business, okay? Some of y'all are gardeners. You have your own farm or something like that. But I'm getting you out. You actually get out there. You get down and dirty. You're not afraid to like get out there in nature even and get down and dirty. And did we not say something about you being a little rough around the edges? So definitely in this aspect as well too. And this could be like you know, planting seeds and plants around your home. Doing things like that. Like it could just be little things you do around your home on the outside to fix it up, but it's just giving like you're not afraid to get down and dirty, Scorpio, and that's what makes you sexy. Yeah, and it could be like you are this bougie person, okay? You are a little bougie or funny acting, or you know, what is that other word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's just giving like you could be a little snooty, okay, acting or something, but you also not afraid to get down and dirty. So I do feel like you have a duality there, and that's what makes you sexy. You can do both. You can be the Tom girl, but you can also be the girl that dressed that shit up like Beyonce at a Met Gala or on a Renaissance tour, okay? So you can really put that shit on if it came down to it, but you also know how to get dirty and break a fingernail or two, okay? Something like that, and that's what makes you sexy. Some of y'all eat very healthy, okay? You eat your vegetables and your fruits, and that's what makes you very sexy. The fact that you take care of your health. You don't play about your health, your diet. Some of y'all, though, you invested in something. Like I said, really pick up somebody here. You have your own business. But you invested in something and it's very prosperous. And that's what makes you sexy. Like whatever investment you have, whether this is a business or something else. But it's like you are profiting from whatever this is. Whatever this is prosperous. And it's something about whatever you invested in makes you very sexy. Maybe it's something that... It's more so because it's prosperous, okay? And or it could even be an investment that other people tried to invest in, but it didn't work out. But something about like when you invest in things or you touch things, put your hands on things, it's like whatever you touch turn to gold, and that's what makes you sexy. So it's like that too. Like whatever you touch turn to gold. Whatever you are into is going to prosper, is going to be successful, and that's what makes you sexy. You could just be a successful person in general, a very prosperous person in general, and that's what makes you sexy. For some, y'all could come from wealth, okay? You come from a wealthy family, okay, a family who had money, who was maybe of a royal background even, or they give royal vibes, but your family could have even made money or something. That's what makes you sexy. Like that you come from generational wealth, or that money runs in your family, okay? Something like that. With all these hats here, I'm getting like you are sexy because, like I said, something about you can... Maybe you even look cool in whatever you wear, but I'm getting like you're sexy because you really know how to wear a hat. Like you look good in hats. Maybe you wear hats a lot, okay? Whether it's like a cap, a sun hat, but something about you wearing hats or even scarves, but something about you looking good in hats and scarves and things to like head coverings. That's what makes you sexy. Like you just being in a hat though. Like maybe it's maybe you know how you could do the little tomboyish look where you have like maybe some shorts and a top on, but you got like a Nike hat on or Adidas hat. Getting that vibe, like you just look good in hats. So I don't know why that's coming up, but you look really good in hats, and that's what makes you sexy. Like something about when you got a hat on. Some of y'all like produce your own fruits, okay? Or I think it's called like a homesteader or something, but you could produce your own fruits. Like I said, somebody, you could have a farm, but you make your own food. I feel like you even be in your own kitchen making your own food, or you literally produce your own food like out in a farm or something. And that's what makes you sexy. Like the fact that, again, it's like a health thing. You know how you pay attention to your health, and also just the fact that you rather make your own food. You rather get in the kitchen and be creative and make your own food, okay, than to be eating out or something. But that's what makes you sexy. Maybe you always have like a home cooked meal, or you know how to make a home cooked meal, something like that, and that's what makes you sexy. But more so, you could produce your own food, or this is you just know how to make your own food from home instead of like even buying like processed stuff from the grocery store, processed food or microwavable food. You know how to make your own food. Some of y'all, know how to make food from scratch, and that's what makes you sexy. Some of you guys are very good with your hands, okay? I feel like I said, it's oh my God, it's something about every time you touch something, it's like whatever you touch turns to gold. That's what I'm even getting to. It's like people find you sexy because when they come into your life, it's like they even become prosperous, okay? So that's also what makes you sexy. Like You're not only prosperous, but you can make other people's life prosperous. And that is what makes you sexy. And I'm just getting like this is confirmation on like whatever you touch turns to gold. But I'm also getting like whatever you do using your hands, okay? Some of y'all, you do something for work, or you use your hands a lot though regarding work. And something about that is sexy. Again, it could just be what you're doing with your hands though at work. Some of y'all, you have pretty hands though. You keep your nails done, keep your feet done or something, and that's what makes you sexy. I'm also getting as well is what I got for Capricorn. You guys could really know what you're doing with a wand. You know how to touch it, grab it, use it, do your thing with it, okay? That's what makes you sexy. So you could have Capricorn in your big three. I feel like you don't pass opportunities up, and that's what makes you sexy, okay? You don't let no opportunity just pass you by. And that's what makes you sexy. Some of you guys lay around as well too. You're kind of always lounging around or always sleeping or always in your bed. But something about that is sexy. Like I said, got this for somebody else. I had got that for Taurus. So y'all could even have some Taurus in your big three. People could call you like Sleeping Beauty. Okay. But something about you're sexy because you prioritize that rest. Okay. You get your sleep. You get your beauty sleep. Some of you guys are like couch potatoes, or you lounge around a lot, but something about that is sexy. Maybe you have like that carefree nature, and that's what makes you sexy. Also getting, you could be sexy because you take pride in what you do. This could be even taking pride in who you are, taking pride in what you do, taking pride in other things that are, you know, things that are worth showing off. Like, you could really take pride in things, and that's what makes you sexy. Some of you guys, if you're pregnant, or if you ever been pregnant, or if you get pregnant in the future, okay, or you know already been pregnant, something about that's what makes you sexy. You look good while you're pregnant. Okay, not many people can look good when they're pregnant, okay? Not many people can pull off pregnancy, but you look good when you got pregnant. If you are pregnant, or if you will be pregnant in the future, something about you are sexy because you look good pregnant. You carry pregnancy well, okay? You carry pregnancy very well. You could be glowing, you could glow during pregnancy, you know? You just look really good during pregnancy, and that's what makes you sexy. Could even be how fertile you are, okay? Maybe you're fertile looking. You know, you're youthful. You have this fertile. You're very fertile. You could have wide hips or something, but something about you, you know, you being fertile, or being able to carry a baby, or carry a baby very well, you just having that fertile look of you being able to make babies, have babies, is what makes you very sexy. Yeah, I really feel like you love kids, or you're good with kids, and that's what makes you sexy, okay? Maybe you know how to handle kids, or you're just very good with kids. Kids are always attracted to you, and that's what makes you sexy. You could have like a youthful spirit yourself. That's what makes you sexy. You could look young, but I'm getting more like you could have a youthful spirit. That's what makes you sexy. Some of y'all are always like taking trips, okay? Going on retreats, resorts. Not afraid to go on like a new adventure, take a trip somewhere, go on a retreat, resort or something. That's what makes you sexy. Maybe the fact that you are traveled or well traveled, that you and I'm also getting that you could just be adventurous. You could like to try new things, go new places, and that's what makes you very sexy, okay? Maybe it's the fact that you are open, or, you know, spontaneous, adventurous, and that's what makes you sexy. or you're like an explorer, okay? And that's what makes you sexy. So it don't even have to be like you travel or take trips a lot, but you're an explorer, and that's what makes you sexy. Why is Scorpio so sexy? I feel like you be having people stressed out in their head, okay? You could even put people in like a mental prison, or really just put people in their head. And I'm getting, but that's what makes you sexy. Like the way you can have that control, have that mind control over someone. You can mind fuck people, or have control over people's mind, and that's what makes you sexy. Because I feel like you have people in this energy. Okay, you be having people like stressed out over you, and that's what makes you sexy. The fact that you got people, stressed out over you, in their feels about you. Okay, you living rent free in people's head. They're consumed with you and your energy in some way. And we said something about this in the beginning, so heavy on this. Yeah, I'm getting a little possessive energy. You could be possessive, or again, you take pride and you show things off that you want to show off, but that's what makes you sexy. Like you take pride in things, like whether this is your career, your relationship, the people you love, the people who've been there for you, your accomplishments, but you take pride. And I feel like you could even be a show off, or you like to let it be known or be shown or be seen in some way, but that's what makes you sexy. Like you gonna show what you proud of or what you taking pride in. Some of you guys, okay, you could be in a relationship, you could be married, okay, you could have a long-time partner, but just like I got for a Capricorn, I think you could be in a relationship, okay, or married, and that's what makes you sexy, okay? Obviously, we all know something about you just appearing more sexy, and you all of a sudden just look so good when you in a relationship, all of a sudden, right? So that's what it's giving. You could be in a relationship, long-term partnership, marriage, or whatever, and it could be that your partner compliments you. It could be that, again, you're already taken, somebody's already hitting it. Like, it's just something about you. You could even be in love, but something that's also what it could be. Like, you could be, you could really like love, or love deeply, or be in love a lot, okay? And that's what makes you, or be in love with your person. But it's like you could love or something. That's what makes you very sexy. But it could be like your partner compliments you. Your partner looks just as good as you, so that makes you look very sexy. Because, they compliment you. Because you could already look good yourself, but, you have someone that looks just as good as you. That's what makes you sexy. I'm also getting, like, people not only want to, like, have a good time with you in bed or make you a fun time. People actually want marriage with you. They want commitment with you. That's what makes you sexy. Like, people don't just want you, or want you for your looks or for sex. They want you for long term. They want to be there in the long run. They want commitment, marriage even with you, if you're not already married. And that's why you're sexy. The fact that you have suitors and, men or women after you for the long term, though, wanting the long, or them wanting long term with you, seeing long term with you. That's what makes you sexy. Or that you attract long-term partners, people who want to be around, again, for a long time and not just a fun time. That's what makes you sexy. People want to further things with you. They don't want to keep it superficial or not solidify the title. They want something deeper with you. And the way this Four of Wands look, I don't know, some of you guys are wedding planners, okay, or you really know how to put a party or a birthday together. That's what makes you really sexy. Like, maybe you're really good at decor. You could just really be good at decor in general, like when you decorate your house, okay? But I'm getting, like, from a big scale to this, you could be like a wedding planner. You could really, this could even be like a DIY I'm picking up. But you could be really good with decorating. interior designing, exterior designing, whatever. You could be good in those fields, and that's what makes you very sexy. So maybe if you're like a wedding planner or something, you know how to put a wedding together. You know how to really do your job description. That's what makes you sexy. Very knowledgeable about what you do. That could even be like an event planner. Take it how it resonates. So I'm picking that up, and that's what makes you sexy. The way you could decor stuff, plan stuff, put things together, decorate, etc. Maybe you're very crafty is what I just heard. You could be very crafty, and that's what makes you sexy. That's what I'm saying. You could do a lot of things with your hands. So yeah, double confirmation. You are very crafty, and usually crafty things you need your hands. Okay, you're doing like the gluing, sewing, crocheting. Okay, I'm picking up all that stuff. So if you do stuff like that, if it's like a hobby, that's what's sexy. Maybe you have a lot of hobbies. Okay, a lot of things you be getting into. And it's given like you're very creative, crafty, and that you actually have hobbies and things that you're into on the side, and that's what makes you sexy. You have other like ambitions and hobbies and things you like to get into. You actually have hobbies and things, you know, that you spend time getting into, and that's what makes you sexy. Or you just having hobbies, because you know nowadays some people don't have a life, or they'll have certain aspects of their life, or they're too consumed with other things in their life, so it's not they don't really have time to engage in other things or engage in things that they like. But you make time to engage in your hobbies, or that you have hobbies. Because like I said, some people are low life, they don't really have no hobbies. They kind of do things a structured way. They don't have any type of like extracurricular activities they can learn from or get into. And I'm just getting like you have hobbies, or you have things you can get into and learn from. And I just got like capitalize your creations off of, even like, you know, off of those hobbies even. But that's what makes you sexy. Some of y'all could be a city girl, okay? You could have grew up in the city, and that's what makes you very sexy. Or you could act like a city girl, okay? I really feel like your sex game be having people in their head. Like you really be turning people out to the point they be like strung out on you. I'm really picking it up, Scorpio, and that's what makes you sexy. Like people not only have a good time, you know, with you, you know what already comes with doing the do, but it's like they get strung out, they get hooked on you, they start having obsessive thoughts, okay? Can't sleep, can't get you out of their mind because this shit was so good, okay? And this is why you're sexy, because your sex game is good, okay? If you're a guy, you know the pipe game is good, okay? And that's what makes you sexy. You know how to put it down. That's what we're gonna say. What's going on? Why is Scorpio so sexy? It's because you like nurture your connections, okay? You, like I said, I said something about you making people feel comfortable. That's double confirmation. But something about like, you know, you are very nurturing with the people in your life, you know, in your relationships, in your connections. And that's what makes you sexy. You not only just be in friendships and relationships, but you nurture your relationships. And that's what makes you sexy. You put the time, the effort, the energy, okay, into the relationships you have with people. You show up, support. So yeah, that's what I have for Scorpio. I hope you guys enjoyed your reading, and I'll see you in the next one.